My name is Adena Schutzberg. I manage the MOOC program at software company Esri. And we're a GIS, Geographic Information Software, Geographic Information Systems software company based in Redlands, California. Yeah, I'm sort of the conductor of the orchestra. And I've got lots of colleagues that I can call upon. And what really makes us all work is teamwork. And we're very proud to call ourselves the MOOC Team. When we started, we literally had one person with a camera, and we'd record our videos in any quiet corner we could find. We've evolved as the company has evolved. Now, on campus in Redlands, California, we have a creative laboratory, we have a studio, we have professional people putting together our videos, we have directors and producers and lighting, and they make us look really fantastic. I think my favorite part as the person who tries to pull all of this stuff together is working with our subject matter experts, because they have such a passion for what they do. And if we're lucky, we can just put them in front of a camera and we don't have to give them the script. They just speak, and you're like, wow, that's an interesting topic. That's an interesting person. I want to hang out with them for 6 weeks. And that's what we're really looking for, is that sort of magical connection. As the MOOCs were becoming a thing, and 2012 was the year of the MOOC, it took us a while, but it was in 2014 that the gentleman who started this initiative, David DiBiase, decided this is something we can do in a university and that can help drive marketing. So it really started sort of as a skunk works, where we pulled together the resources that we had. We found somebody who could do video. We got some of our subject matter experts within the company to agree to help us with this. And we launched our first MOOC in 2014. And it had two purposes, really. The first was really to invite new people to explore the technology that we offer. And the other was to try to help get word out about this company that most people hadn't heard of, and to suggest that it's not, even though we're 50 years old this year in 2019, that it's a really interesting place. We're addressing interesting problems, and that we're really, might even be an interesting place that you'd like to work someday. And from there, it evolved from that one MOOC. We're now offering 5 different titles. We're developing our 6th MOOC. We've had over 150,000 people register for our courses worldwide. We only teach in English, and that seems to work for us. The industry itself tends to be English focused, so that works very well. So really, it's part of our marketing and outreach efforts, and it certainly has generated a whole lot of goodwill, both from our users and from our soon-to-be users. Well, for the 6 MOOCs that we've put together, we've probably worked with 24 different people in various aspects of the MOOC. Sometimes it's a very specific thing. We want to make sure we have this thing communicated exactly correctly. Are these the right words to use? We can get down to that level. So most of the people we're putting in front of the camera have already been on stage in front of hundreds of people talking about this thing that they're passionate about. So for the most part, they don't need much prompting or much practice at all. Our most successful MOOC is called Cartography Period. It's actually named after a book of the same name by one of our cartographers who's very accomplished, Ken Field. And when we first offered that course, we had 18,000 active students, and they were making maps on our professional software within the first week. So being able to teach at that kind of scale, I still have to remind myself that we are able to touch that many people through this combination of technology and our investment in reaching out. We've only just leaked out the name of the next MOOC. In the world, of course, one of the big topics in computer science is data science. Well, we're a geographic information systems company, so we're not interested in data science per se, but spatial data science, and that's the topic of our next MOOC. Our students must be more motivated than others, because our completion rates typically run between 25 and 35%. And I know that's high, and I can't explain it except to say that people are very motivated. One reason might be that we are one of the providers that still provides for everybody who completes the course a free certificate of completion, so there's no fee. That's something we can do because we're a private company and we're not trying to make money directly from the courses, but to educate people and hopefully see that impact down the line. We certainly have had students come to us and ask if they can get credit for a MOOC. We're a private company. We don't offer that. What we do see, and maybe our best relationship with universities, is that we do find instructors who find the MOOCs, and if it fits into the time frame of their program, they will assign our MOOCs and becomes part of the students' work that they have to do to complete for the semester. And we have classes of college students. We have lots of graduate students in our MOOCs, certainly, and we've had actually some K through 12 schools who take our MOOCs, usually together as a group, and that's been wonderful. We are a software company, so for many, many years we've had our own training department that had its own platform. We do web training, we do face-to-face training, we do live training on the web, so we have a whole team that already does that. We were lucky enough to convince them that if they took some of that code that they already had and built it to the specifications for the MOOC, that they could put together something that we could use. And we've been using that now since 2016, and we as the faculty who put the courses together love it. The students can use it almost to a one without any help at all. It's very intuitive. We've been very happy with it. Well, we have a lot of relationships with universities. Most of the major universities in the United States and worldwide teach using our tools already. So we have a relationship with them. And we really try not to compete because, again, they're in the business of giving degrees. We're not in the business of giving degrees. So I think those relationships will continue to grow in new and different ways as technology changes. And Toughlove is that idea that as opposed to telling the student what to do, you sort of leave them alone so they can figure it out. So we've used that technique in our MOOCs with some success. Specifically what we did was instead of suggesting to the students that we're going to teach them, we made it very clear from the beginning that we expected them to be active learners and to take agency and to drive their own learning, even within the MOOC. So we told them that at the outset. If they asked for help, instead of giving them help right away, we took a step away and let them kind of stew and think about it and see if they could take some action to solve their own problem. We made it very clear how to do that. We had a help page with 3 steps, do 1, 2, 3, and see if that'll help you solve your problem. And then if they still couldn't answer the problem or address it, we still wouldn't answer the question. We'd push back and say, well, what did you try? We'd ask them to give us more information about the problem, which would send them back to the issue and hopefully have them see it in a new light. And finally, if they still could not get around the issue, we would not give them the answer, but point them to a resource where they could find it. So we're really trying to lead them to be active learners. But the best part is at the end, if they did in fact show that behavior, we would celebrate it and give them an attaboy and a good job and remind them that this is an important skill that they're going to need in their career no matter where they go. I think the best thing that I can say is MOOCs are a wonderful thing no matter where they're provided from, and I encourage people to take advantage of them as part of their personal and career growth for lifelong learning.